you constantly find yourself scrolling with a desire but no ability to stop? Have you recently checked your screen time and been blown away by how much time you spend on your phone? Did you see the social dilemma and are now convinced that phones are ruining our lives? Well, have I the video for you? Well, no. Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're so incredibly well. For today's video, I'm about to dive into a topic that I am really passionate about, and that is digital minimalism. When we're choosing a life of minimalism or a life of simplicity, it is intended that that would shape all of our lives. Not just what we bring into our homes, how we declutter, how much space we have, the items and the amount of items that we have, but everything down to our food shop and the way we choose to use technology or consume technology. Now, I'm sure, like many of you, I don't remember a time where there wasn't phones, where we didn't have the internet at the click of a button, instant access all the time. And I never plan to go back to a world where that is not possible. I believe in technology, I believe in moving forward in technology. But what I don't believe in is becoming a people who consume so much technology that we are so distracted that actually we don't live intentionally anymore and we don't create room in our lives for that which really matters. So when I talk about digital minimalism, what am I actually talking about? I'm not talking about emptying your email inbox or decluttering your apps or any of that sort of thing. I'm talking about how we minimize our consumption of technology to make maximum room in our lives for that which we value most. And I use that word consumption very specifically. I don't believe that using social media is bad or difficult or shouldn't be done, but I do believe that consuming social media, that this constant impulse and need for consumption is actually detrimental to our lives. When I began this journey of digital minimalism, the first thing that I decided to do was to cut the lie. We live so frequently on our phones, we live through our phones, we are a generation obsessed with our phones, and honestly I don't think there's anything wrong with social media, with using technology, but the difficulty comes when we begin to believe that everything is to be lived through our phones, that everything is to be captured, everything is to be shared, everything is to be uploaded, and everything is to be shown to everyone around us. As humans, we have a desire to be known, and when I began this journey of digital minimalism, the first thing that I decided to do was cut the lie that I needed to have all forms of social media in order to be known. We all desire to be loved and accepted. It's not some cushy quote that you can buy in B&M. It's an honest psychological reality. We need to be known, loved and accepted. And in our online world and as an online generation, often the first place that we go to for that acceptance, for that love and to feel known is online. It is to our phones. And the difficulty is that our online world and our advertisement culture is led by one reality and one reality alone. Just after World War II, a group of individuals and business tycoons joined together in our room, and one is quoted as saying, "We must move America from a need-driven society to a desire-driven society." The goal of industry, business and advertisement was to create a need in people that didn't actually exist. It was to make people desire a product, desire a location, desire an event, a feeling, whatever it may be. And so to make people want that so bad that they would go and spend their money, time, energy and effort to get that very thing. And we see it all the time. We watch YouTube videos of people doing advertisements, we scroll through social media, we see everyone doing an ad campaign. Even people who aren't paid to do ad campaigns are taking pictures of them in local coffee shops or places, and instantly we feel a need and a desire. I don't know about you, but the amount of times that I've logged onto my phone and seen people doing things, going places with certain people and desire to be there, and instantly I feel a lack that never existed if I hadn't opened social media or open the online world that I am a part of. That is part of the culture that we live in. That is part of the online world in which we live in. And we as people who use technology, who use social media, who use the online world have an invitation in order to do that wisely and to steward that time well. That's why I love digital minimalism, because what digital minimalism is it's using technology, not consuming technology, to make maximum room for what values most in your life. And so the first step when it comes to digital minimalism is cut the lie. You don't need to be everywhere, you don't need to be with everyone. You're loved and accepted by the people who know you best and know you most, not necessarily by the people who know you online. Step number 2, clear your home screen. If you clear your home screen, then there's less for you to tap on your phone, there's less for you to touch and have instant access to. You have to be a lot more intentional about clicking on certain apps, going to certain online platforms, and going to certain online places. So step 2 for digital minimalism, I really encourage you, cut your home screen, delete everything on your home screen, and just keep the apps in the folder on your phone. Number 3, and my personal favourite, buy an alarm clock. 75% of us sleep next to our phones, 90% of us check our phones first thing in the morning. It's the first thing we do, it's the first thing we touch, it's the first thing we think about. We buy ourselves an alarm clock, it sits beside our bed. Joel and I have an old iPod, that's where our alarm is on, and our phones stay on airplane mode until after we finish our morning routine. Honestly, this is a really simple, really helpful and really effective way to practice digital minimalism in your life. So buy yourself an alarm clock. Number 4, and my final tip towards digital minimalism, is take a weekly withdrawal. Honestly, so many of us go through our entire days conscious of our phones, aware of our phones, constantly wondering and worrying if we've missed something, if we've missed a text or a post, or I don't know, maybe your mum's made your dinner. But honestly, so many of us go through our entire days conscious of our phones. And so I'd really encourage you, if you're trying to practice digital minimalism, then take a day off, switch your phone off. If that's not possible, then switch your Wi-Fi off and just have text messages available if you have to be contacted. But honestly, this is a really helpful way that you just practice digital minimalism. You practice being present to the moment rather than present to the online world. And so I hope these tips are super helpful. That's 4 tips for you to practice digital minimalism. They're tips that I've implemented into my life, and honestly, I don't do them well all the time. I still scroll through Instagram, I still go to the places because I see them there. I still touch my phone and turn my Wi-Fi on sometimes on my weekly withdrawal days. Honestly, practicing digital minimalism is like practicing any form of minimalism. We never get it completely right, but honestly, it's helpful to put those boundaries in place, those areas in place, so that when we're trying to live our best, giving maximum value to the places that matter most to us, that we're doing that. Please do give the video a like, and please do subscribe to my channel and turn your notifications on so you never miss another video. But thank you so much for watching. It means the absolute world. I can't wait to see you on Thursday. Bye.